And welcome to Fort Walton Beach, and we will be heading from Fort Walton here and flying to McGee Tyson, which is in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's not a long flight, but I'm in the A320 Airbus, and I haven't been a big fan of this one. It can have anomalies and funky things that go along with it. But we'll see if we can have a good flight today, and we're not going to say a word to the passengers about it, okay? We'll just let them experience it. How about that? Altimeter is 3008. I notice it's not syncing. If there's a way to sync it, I'll figure it out, but I haven't yet. Okay, those are all the same, but let's see. Is there a way? Where is my settings? Interaction. Synchronize. Yes. Sharklets. Wait, really doesn't matter to us. Okay. Forget that. We don't need it. We're good. We're going to go ahead and see if we can load. Let's do a init request. Okay, something has changed in it. We're going to fix that. Alright, y'all give me a second here. Alright, we've already had our one anomaly, and it's alright. We're going to try to load our flight plan another way. Makes no sense. I shouldn't be getting a request error. Should not be an issue. But I'm going to put in KVPS. One of y'all knows something I'm not doing, let me know. But I don't know what I'm doing. And KTYS. And the company route will be KVPS and KTYS. We'll try it two ways. Put that in first and see what happens. Okay, not there. Then we're going to put in a 01. Alright, already not liking this. So what that means for us is we're going to have to manually enter the waypoints, and not a big deal, but you shouldn't have to already. Doggone it. But by no stretch is it a showstopper. It's just it's supposed to, something happened and it stopped working. Okay, so let's knock that off. We're going to go KVPS, depart, and we're going to be departing on runway 20. Brian, can you go ahead and get our IFR clearance from clearance?
I'll handle the IFR clearance.
England clearance, Legion 1401. We'd like to select our IFR clearance, and we have Romeo.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
And for KTYS, we're going to do an arrival. We don't have an available arrival for this. All we have is 05 left.
Legion 1401, Eglin clearance, cleared to Knoxville, radar vectors Crestview, then as filed, climb and maintain 3000, expect flight level 35010 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.1 squawk 6445, and a change to your departure runway this time. You can expect runway 30.
Okay, that's fine. So the overall route's not but an hour and 15 minutes. And let's see if I need to add anything. So we got Bendy and Benfi in there. The route that it doesn't show, I think, may be after gave KVPS. Where's Benny and Benfi, by the way? We're coming in on ILS, runway 5 left. Okay. So this might be manageable. So all we need to do now is go back and add, looks like CEW. PIGON. MGM. Has to be more than one of those. No, they're not. And RMG. Let's see if it'll let me delete that. kind of move that. I should. All right. Let's take a quick look at that. I think we're okay. All right, I think we're okay. Not real thrilled with the quality of the textures. Maybe like the distance here, the looks, the dash, but not giving up on it. Just give it a shot. See how it does today. $3,000. Should be okay with that. Now, our flight number on this flight . It's AAY 1401. It threw everything off that it normally will load these things for me, but I'm just going to manually put them in, make sure they're correct. So our fuel for all tanks is set in kilograms. Hold on, see what I've got here. Yeah, we're good. We're still good. No, we're setting pounds. That's not a big deal. We can fix that. So I'm going to say on settings, interaction, config. I need weight in pounds. Okay, now. So for our tanks, block fuel is 16,233. Okay, after I've done that, I'm going to remove that. Passenger account is maxed out. We'll load that. And cargo is 14,000. So cargo all parts will be what? That wasn't supposed to happen. Okay. My fault. Go back to it. Cargo is 1,4,300. There. So that sets cargo, fuel. Cost index is 2.5. And cruise is 350. Our zero fuel weight is 55.5. Cargo, okay. And on performance, once again, I ought to be able to do this. Performance calculation. Config's going to be flex. Thrust is flat flex, and we're going out on runway that is dry. And I'm double checking my oats. Okay, here we go. Oats 2.2. What do they say? They have 2.3. I'll go with that. It's close. Now, flex should be set. All the numbers should be set there. Flaps are going to be 1 up 0.1. What do you not like about my format? I'm not sure what's wrong on this part here. It's alright, get through it. I'm not sure. So up 1. Normally how I would do it is up and I'll put a 0 and a point and a 1. That's how it would look. It would go in flaps and thrust. It took, alright, something I didn't do. It wasn't you, it was me. Okay? Ron, would you please get our pushback and start clearance?
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Ron, I'm putting you in charge of all comms.
I'll take over the comms.
A little anomaly there. It's weird. Really got to figure out what's up with the A320 Ultimate.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
See how I can fix that so it'll get my settings. It'll pull down my flight plan. It makes no sense because I've got all the proper numbers it needs, and I'm not sure why it's not working. I just did do an update on this model, so this will be the first time I've flown it since the update.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Ignition. Engine 2. The A320 Ultimate, their sound pack, or they're a little bit cheesy. Engine 1. Squawk 6445. Flaps to 1. Ground spoilers armed. Ignition off.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake max. Brian, can you get our taxi clearance for runway 30?
I'll get our taxi clearance for runway 30.
Brian, please get our taxi clearance.
I'll get our taxi clearance for runway 30.
Allegiant 1401, ready to taxi to runway 30. We have Romeo.
Delta 1 Hotel Victor Golf.
Runway 30, Delta 1 Hotel Victor Golf, Allegiant 1401.
We don't need center pumps at all.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
There are some anomalies on this aircraft, which, for one, never use the map. Never. Like, when you're thinking about sometimes, occasionally, never. Because it will mess up your orientation in the cockpit, and it'll do a number on you. But don't ever use it.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. Well, see you next time and have a safe flight.
All of the Florida and Georgia coastline runways look the same, like this. You gotta have that look, and they really do look that way. So, like, it's just not the game, or not, excuse me, it's not a game, not the sim.
Cabin attendants, armed doors, and cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Allegiant Air Flight 1401, departing from Destin and flying to McGee-Tyson Airport. We are expecting a flight time of approximately 1 hour. Please give us your full attention. Safety first, fiesta later, eh? To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle until you hear a click. To tighten, pull on the strap. To release, lift the buckle. Remember, your seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Now please return your seatbacks and tray tables to the upright position and ensure your window blinds are open for takeoff. Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode. Laptops or larger devices should be securely stowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are prohibited anywhere on board, including the lavatories. If required, oxygen masks will drop automatically from the panel above you. Pull the mask firmly towards you, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Remember to secure your own mask before assisting others. Your life vest is located under your seat or between the seats. To put it on, pull it over your head, fasten it, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Special life vests for children are available. In case of an emergency, floor-level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked. There are 2 exits at the front of the cabin, 2 over the wings, and 2 at the rear. The nearest exit may be behind you. In the event of an evacuation, please leave all personal belongings behind and follow all safety instructions from the crew immediately. For your safety, the brace position is to bend forward with your head down and your hands over your head or on your lap. Please follow crew instructions at all times. The safety information card in your seat pocket contains all the details you need. Thank you for your attention and enjoy your flight. Gracias.
We're actually more than a mile from the runway, so we're going to trek down here to 30. That is something. It's about a 45-minute pre-flight for an hour and 15-minute flight. As they always say, better adjust your settings on the ground than to adjust your settings on your way to the ground. Right, before anything else, we need to stop for a moment. And just loaded the ACARS for this flight. ACARS is on every flight on our commercial airliner. You fill out your ACARS. In this case here, the ACARS tracks everything, the entire flight. Laminar, you get a shout out for this airport because this is, I mean, it's not that it's terribly complex, but there's a lot of small detail here that really makes it fun to fly. You know, kind of easy to, I mean, more easy to get immersed in this. So it looks pretty good. It's a good job. Alright, we're coming to an intersection up here because we're taking runway 30 for departure. I think I'm going to have to turn here. Okay.
Tower, Allegiant 1401. Good afternoon. We're
Landing
holding
lights
short
up.
of runway 30, ready for departure.
Clocks reset. Chronos.
Allegiant 1401, Eglin Tower, runway 30, winds calm. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Right.
Runway 30, wind calm. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff. Allegiant 1401.
Brian, brief the takeoff.
We'll be departing from runway 30. We'll be flying the radar vectors to CEW, then, as filed, with an initial climb clearance to 3,000. Transition altitude is 18,000. After takeoff, we'll follow the SID profile with a runway heading, climbing to flight level 350. Weather at departure shows winds calm. In the event of an engine failure below 400, we'll continue straight ahead and follow ATC instructions. Above 400, we'll follow the engine out SID procedure, climbing to 3,000 before turning back. For any abnormalities or emergencies before V1, we'll reject the takeoff and apply maximum braking. After V1, we'll continue the takeoff, handle the emergency, and communicate with ATC. We have been cleared as filed. Squawk code is 6445, and departure frequency will be 125.1. We're configured for takeoff with flaps 5. V1 is 142 knots, VR is 147 knots, and V2 is 152 knots. We'll climb out at V2 plus 10 knots. I think we're ready to go, Captain.
I think we're ready to go, all but one thing. Runway 2 and runway 30 intersect, and I was about to line up on runway 02, so that's why you always check the runways first. That's why you always confirm the last step. You confirm the runway, or you end up like the Kentucky pilots that lined up on the wrong runway that was under construction or under certain service, out of service. Okay, slide up, right. Thrust climb. I mean thrust takeoff.
Caution, on taxiway, on taxiway.
Front pressure on yoke. I didn't call out 80 knots, but V1, rotate. Positive rate. Gear up.
Allegiant 1401, contact departure on 125.1.
Departure on 125.1. Allegiant 1401.
We're direct to CEW and thrust climb.
Engine approach Allegiant 1401 afternoon, climbing past 1,000.
That's
Allegiant 1401,
pretty.
Eglin approach, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 270, turn right, heading 350, vectors to Crestview, then in file.
Climb and maintain flight level
We're at 3,000 climbing. He said direct what? I didn't understand him. Allegiant 14 direct CEW, then it's filed. Direct CEW, then it's filed Allegiant. Alright, let's see how it goes with this flight. We're 333 miles from our destination. We're heading direct to CEW. And climb into 350. Actually, technically 270, but he's going to come back with 350 in a minute.
Welcome aboard Allegiant Air Flight 1401, departing from Destin and flying to McGee-Tyson Airport. The lavatories are now available and you may use your approved electronic devices in flight mode. Cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the flight. Gracias.
Ah. I'm leaving our seatbelt things on auto. Sky looks good. Wow.
Heading 025, then vector to chance.
Alright, we're gonna start doing our numbers for approach.
Legion 1401, Jacksonville Center, climb and maintain flight level 350.
QNH is
Flight level 350.
30.15. Temp is 17. Winds are calm. And decision height is 300. Looks like full flaps for us will be at 143. Okay. Our top of climb is 350. We've got about 7,000 to go, and we will be, I guess we'll be at our top of climb for maybe 10 minutes, coming right back down.
We're climbing to flight level 280, aiming for flight level 350.
Good afternoon.
So far, a very good flight. It's just been chill in the A320 Ultimate by flight factor, and I just did load a recent update, and one thing that's messed up right now is I can't load my flight plan. I have to manually enter the flight plan. We got to figure that out.
In about 20 minutes, if you'd like to descend now, just say the word.
Anticipate descent in about 20 minutes. We'll let you know if we want to descend sooner. Allegiant 1401.
See how it manages the descent, if it can manage the speeds along the way down. We're flying into Knoxville. It's a very small airport. It's one runway, and yeah, of course the elevation is I really don't know what the elevation is. I'm going to say maybe 2,000. It's not as high as you think it would be. It's pretty up here too. It's very accurate for how it looks too. It's very accurate. Check our flight plan. We are 243 miles from Knoxville. We're coming in on runway 05, which means we don't have a transition. We should be able to like come straight in. We'll try to follow the top of descent to the letter. There we've got about, let's see, where are we now? We've got just about 2,500 feet before we're at our top of climb, and then I'll adjust. One of the things, well, there, okay, so it's a straight shot in right now. We're I'm going to be flying direct for about, I need to go about 100 miles. So, my challenge is to figure out how to fly the CRJ aircraft. I've had the hardest time like flying those smoothly and without issues. It may take watching some of the ones that fly it all the time a little bit more, but it's been truly been a pain trying to like what happens is once you get up to what you think is cruise altitude, controlling your altitude, holding your altitude and your speed, and knowing like how to all of that is just such a different aircraft in some ways, and I just need to spend some time with it. But I have tried it not long ago. It was awful. Had an awful result. But it's going to take some time. Honestly, the Airbuses, the Boeings are designed to be very automated in some ways, but I don't like using the word easy to fly as much as to try to peel away some of the minutia of all the details, be able to manage your flight more than fly your flight. So that's just me, and I'm subject to being wrong. I think we're roughly about 93 miles from top of descent.
Comfortably at altitude. The cabin crew will begin the snack and beverage service shortly. Today we have some delightful options from our menu, including our popular chicken salad and refreshing fruit juices. After the service, selected items from the Allegiant Air Shop will be available for you to browse. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the flight. Gracias.
Delta 3897, frequency change approved.
Clouds look good. They really do. They look just my big word I always use is believable. They look very believable. Let's look out the window. Alright, time to reset our altitude. Just resetting it so that when you do activate it, it manages its way down. You have what you need. So I'm going to put it down to 3,000. Okay. I think the scariest thing about flying, like in a commercial airliner, would be nighttime flying in unfamiliar areas where you have some like elevations. Alright, 68 miles from top of descent. How we doing? We are 55 miles, 54 miles. Always remember the phases of climb, which is pre-flight. You have your taxi. Right before taxi, you have one final takeoff briefing. Then you have takeoff. You have climb. Actually, departure. I put departure with climb. It's a departure, climb, and then from climb you end up at top of climb. And after top of climb, you are then on what you would equate to the highway for however long it takes when you're at top of climb. And then top of climb turns into the back side of that, top of descent. Once you get to top of descent, you are in your descent for however long. Descent turns into approach, and after approach, you end up at landing. If I've left anything out, leave a comment for me. But I think I've covered it. There goes an American Airlines flight. I see a Delta one out there too, and a Spirit. Delta's at 2. That's not right. Oh, his flight level is 388. Spirit's down around 5,000. One day, by the way, you will actually have this kind of a heads-up display. I wouldn't be surprised if it exists, but like here, where you have the planes are transmitting the information they want you to receive, and you just have a heads-up, some way to see and what plane is and what altitude, all that info, like at a heads-up style like this here. I know the military has it. 34 miles. Tick tock, Clarice. So. I know some of y'all may not know what that is. Tick tock, Clarice. When we get below 10 miles from top of descent, we will ask for descent clearance. We don't have an arrival to choose from. We're just basically going to be given an altitude and a flight level to go down to and continue to descend, because there's no arrivals available. It's the Knox.
Hey, Captain Steve. First Officer Brian. Would you like anything to drink or a small snack? No cookie in the cup this time. Promise.
Coffee, half and half, and a pastry.
Sure thing, Captain Steve. I'll get that coffee with half and half and a pastry for you right away.
Beautiful shot there. It's really nice. All right. Brian, would you request clearance for descent?
I'll request descent clearance.
Atlanta Center, Allegiant 1401, requesting clearance to commence our descent.
Allegiant 1401, whenever you'd like to send and maintain flight level 220.
Descending and maintaining flight level 220, Allegiant 1401.
Descent's beginning.
Coffee with half and half and a pastry coming right up, Captain Steve. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alejandro El Hombros y Paellas y Haciendas y García de la Torre y Pérez del Campo Rodríguez de Arrieta, alcalde municipal del Real Madrid. Your purser for today. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 32.894 feet, flying from Destin to McGee-Tyson. The estimated time until we begin our descent is about 30 minutes, and we will be landing shortly. Thank you for your attention and enjoy your snacks. Gracias.
He actually gave a fairly accurate assessment, which is about 30 minutes. It's better than my Delta flight attendant crew, cabin crew, always tries to say that we'll be on the ground in 15 or 20 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, if we're crashing. It's like, what's your hurry? It's a Black Friday sale or something? Come on, let's be careful.
Descend and maintain 14,000, Allegiant 1401.
We're going to be going in at brakes at medium. Ground spoilers are armed. And Just ease our way down. Yeah, we're about 108 miles outside of our destination, and we will be like going straight in. There won't be a transition. One second. All right, 23,000 and descending. It's beautiful. You could try to give them to Savannah. But uh, 75 miles outside of Knoxville.
Allegiant 1401, contact Atlanta Center on 133.1.
Contact Atlanta Center on 133.1. Allegiant
We're
1401.
200. Going in, we'll have ground spoilers armed, medium braking, flaps full. 143 will be our approach. So VREF is flaps full 143. Looks like we have a slight, very gradual turn to the right as we hit Benda. Wind 6,000. I think we have a hard stop coming here. No, we don't. We'll keep going. Okay. At about 40 miles out, I'll activate approach phase.
Contact Knoxville approach on 118.0.
Contact Knoxville approach on 118.0, Allegiant 1401. Knoxville approach, Allegiant 1401, afternoon, descending through 15,000 for 14,000.
Allegiant 1401, Knoxville approach. Good afternoon, Knoxville, altimeter 3010. Expect the ILS runway 23 left approach into Knoxville.
Altimeter 3010, expecting the ILS runway 23 left approach into Knoxville, Allegiant 1401.
Okay, that's a curveball. Because we are supposed to be going straight in on 05 left.
Descend and maintain 7,000, altimeter 3010.
Descending to 7,000, altimeter 3010, Allegiant 1401.
What's that going to do to our approach? It's it hasn't totally messed us up, but
Right, heading
they
050 vectors for the ILS runway 23 left approach.
have thrown us a curveball. Okay, so we're going to go
050
flight plan.
vectors to the ILS runway 23 left approach, Allegiant 1401.
ILS 23 left. All right, 050. I hope it doesn't totally mess me up. We'll see. That's beautiful. It's just wow. Mountains, Knoxville. I think it always says that about steep path there. QNH up here right now is 3011. Gone to flaps 1.
$2,500. $2,500. $2,500. $2,500. $2,500. 2,500. 2,500. 2,500. 2,500. 2,500.
All right, so we have a steep path warning on my McDo. I'm just noting that because right there it's really fussing at me. I think we'll be all right. Maybe that means I don't need to use auto land.
Legion 1401, turn right, heading 065.
Turn right, heading 065, Allegiant 1401.
A little nervous about that because he's putting me right next to like a mountain. Like, careful, buddy. See what I mean? And I'm flying low and slow. Don't like that. I'm expecting him to give me a cue to go somewhere around 010 heading or even a 360 heading. As long as it's away from the mountain. This might not be like a typical landing. This might be a little more difficult.
2,500. 2,500.
Keep reminding me. If he's trying to set me up for like just a 90-degree turn, I'm okay with that. No, yeah, 90 degrees.
2,500.
And I think that's what he's doing.
2,500.
We're at full flaps right now at about 150 knots.
2,500.
Climb and maintain flight level 210.
2,500. 2,500.
All right, got a word for me? Come on, ATC. Agent 1401, do you have further instructions for me?
Region 1401, maintain current heading 060 vectors for the ILS runway 23 left approach. Descend and maintain 11250 feet.
Heading 060 for the ILS runway 23 left approach.
2,500.
Descend and maintain 11250 feet. Allegiant 1401.
I don't think I want to trust him, but he's leading me out.
1401, turn left heading 320. Allegiant 1401, 12 miles from Goodell. Turn left heading 270. Cleared for the ILS runway 23 left approach.
Turn left heading 320. Allegiant 1401. Left heading 270. Cleared for the ILS runway 23 left approach. Allegiant 1401. Departure, Pushback 2 is like the limit. Our cruise altitude today to flight level 270.
2,500.
Descend and maintain flight level 270. Maintain flight level 270 from Fisher 22. Northwest 15, contact Atlanta Center on 127.55.
Based on what he's saying, so we're at 3,000. Goodall is set for 3500, and so his instructions I would not trust. I mean, I can't descend to what he says he wants me to descend to, unless I wanted to descend into the dirt. So I'm going to stay at 3,000, based on what the elevation is here. We're going to activate approach as soon as we get to Goodall.
2,500.
Okay, and we will be maybe 17 miles from Knoxville on final approach. Not short final, but just final approach.
Knoxville Tower.
2,500.
Knoxville Tower on 121.2, Allegiant 1401.
2,500. 2,500.
1401, good afternoon. We're established on the ILS approach for runway 23 left.
All right, we're lined up for the runway, and now we just need to capture the ILS. Should be a Cat 3 single. All right, we got the localizer. All right, I see that we've sensed the localizer. That's pretty out here. And gear down.
Allegiant 1401, Knoxville Tower, winds 350 at 5. Runway 23 left, cleared to land.
We catch with the localizer. Okay.
Left, cleared to land. Allegiant 1401.
Do I need that second one? Yeah, let's do that. And I can't see the runway, but I know it's out there. There it is. And I do have, there are 2 runways. There are actually. We are stable. And short final. We're about 145 knots on short final. Cat 3 dual captured and
1,000. 500. 400. 300.
continue.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Retard.
Caution.
Retard.
On taxiway. On taxiway.
Retard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your friendly purser, Alejandro El Hombros y Paellas y Haciendas y García de la Torre y Pi Unos R's del Campo Rodríguez de Arrieta, alcalde municipal del Real Madrid. We are now beginning our final approach into Knoxville. Please turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we've arrived at the gate. Kindly put your tray tables away, ensure your seats are in their full upright position, and fasten your seat belts. Our assigned gate is Terminal 17. Thank you for your cooperation, and we appreciate your attention. Gracias.
You're a little late, Alejandro. All right. I picked that right. All right. Nothing spectacular on this one, but we made it.
Delta
Okay.
2123, contact departure on 123.9er. Delta 2123, switch to departure. Good day.
All right. I'll see y'all on the next flight, by the way. I am closing out.